Hello, everyone. I hope all of you are doing well. My name is Karishma, and I bring to you a session on students' demand, which is going to be about an overview on OMETs. I am a verbal ability and reading comprehension educator at Unacademy, and I have been taking sessions on Plus, free classes on the Unacademy platform, as well as quite a few useful sessions on the YouTube platform. Unacademy has now come up with a new sister channel, which is exclusively devoted to the VARC section. And I will use a decade of my experience and expertise to guide you well about CAT as well as the other management entrance tests, or OMETs as we call them. So today I'm going to give you a short overview about OMETs, and then in the coming sessions we can pick up your questions and the details of these exams one by one. Now, in my experience, a lot of people just prepare for CAT, and because CAT is the most famous exam and it gives you the top B schools of the country, we usually tend to ignore the other exams, which is actually not a very right approach because most students realize in November or maybe in October that now we have to prepare for the other exams. But because you start late and you are extremely used to taking only mock CATs or solving questions which are only CAT level or the kind of pattern that comes only in CAT, you might not be able to quickly prepare for the other exams. So in my view, I would strongly suggest that you start your preparation slightly in advance this time, which means August onwards. So if you are devoting August, September and October to CAT as well as OMETs, you will be, having more exams as your backup plans, and you will go to you will increase your chances of going to colleges apart from IIMs, and the other colleges are also equally good. In fact, some are as good as or even better than the newer or the baby IIMs. So the various exams in no proper order are NMAT. So before COVID, till 2019 BC here means before Corona. NMAT used to be the first exam, first I would say B school exam of the year, which started at around 5th of October or something, and that there would be a 75-day window, and you could fill a slot of your choice on your favorite date, and you could take it anytime between October to December. A lot of people chose to take NMAT before CAT so that they are better prepared for CAT, because then there is a deadline hanging over your head, you're better prepared. Things changed in 2020 and the exam got delayed, but yeah, there is quite a long window that is given to you, and the exam is taken in slots. You must also know that almost all exams now are computer based, there are no offline exams happening. So NMAT is one exam that gives you access to Narsi Munji colleges. So you have Mumbai, you have Hyderabad, you have Bangalore. So and of course Indore now. So NMAT is one exam, and another exam that happens after CAT is ZAT and IIFT and SNAP. Now SNAP usually again before Corona used to happen somewhere around the third Sunday of December. Things changed in 2020, all exams got delayed. Snap was held on two dates in the last session, and usually one date is December, one date is January. Okay, so around 9th of January we had the second slot. So Snap happens in December, January. IIFT is usually a week later. So if you, for example, get your CAT date as 28th of November, high chances that the next Sunday will be IIFT. So again, I would call it December first week. ZAT is usually the first Sunday of January. All right. Then you have TIS, Tata Institute of Social Sciences, that also happens in January. It got delayed last year again, but otherwise the usual month is January. Then some of you might want to consider exams like CMAT, again January and February. Maharashtra CET, which again got pretty delayed last year, but and it's usually taken by the Maharashtra side crowd. But yeah, more and more people are now planning to take the CET. There's another exam known as MAT, and MAT is relatively considered simpler. The colleges are also, I would say, a tier down from the remaining exams. So that's another addition. Apart from this, a very good but ignored exam. I would highly recommend, if especially if you are a person interested in marketing jobs, MyCat, Mudra Institute of Communications, Ahmedabad. This also happens twice a year. Before COVID, it happened once in December and then in February. COVID has delayed practically all exams except CAT. So, Narsi Munji, Xavier's, Indian Institute of Foreign Trade, Symbiosis, all colleges, Tata Institute of Social Sciences, CMAT has multiple colleges accepting CMAT scores. CET usually has Maharashtra colleges. MAT has multiple colleges. MyCat is your key to MICA, the Mudra Institute of Communications and Advertising, Ahmedabad. So all of these are various exams that I think you must consider. Um, Often, if I say that if you're a fresher and you are not really sure about what exam should I go for, you should practically be filling all forms without giving it any second thoughts, because you don't know how prepared you are and what exactly will you reap as a result of your hard work. But if you are a working student, you might want to narrow down your choices depending on your current package and the packages that are being offered, average packages that are being offered in these colleges. So I would strongly recommend that you go through the recent placements. Whenever you go through a placement list of a college on the internet, on the website, on Quora, or whatever platform you use, please make sure that you are looking at the average packages and not just the highest package. Okay, so look at the average packages, look at the kinds of companies that are coming to the colleges and taking away the students for placements. That's another thing that you might want to consider. You can consider things like batch size, all right, college ka location if it matters to you, if you have any location constraints or preferences if not constraints, the fee structure, all right. So there are multiple things, the kind of faculty members they have. Some people also want to consider these days the kind of campus you have. So people from 2019 CAT practically have spent their MBA at home. But now that all of us throughout the world want to just step out of our houses and get rid of this virus, you may also want to consider what colleges have their own campus or what campus is more appealing to you. So these are various concerns that you might have, and I would strongly recommend that you do a good research about them. As far as the patterns of the paper are concerned, or the kind of questions that are concerned, I'll give you a short answer and a long answer. The long answer I'm not going to give you here, but I'm telling you how to find the long answer. So if you go to my profile on an academy, you will find two sessions, detailed sessions, which are absolutely free for anybody to watch. Know Thy Exams 1 and 2. I have done this in two parts, okay? And you can just unlock the classes by using my code Karishma Live. As simple as that. You don't have to pay anything, it's absolutely free of charge. Okay, so if you can find out 2 hours for yourself and you want all the information of these exams at one place, this is it. Okay, so you spend 2 hours in those recordings and you will have answers to dates, pattern, structure, negative marking kitni hai, what is the weightage of what section, everything is given in these. I have discussed them at length. I may also repeat them on YouTube in the coming sessions. As far as the patterns and the questions are concerned, again, this has been discussed in these two sessions, but I'll give you an overview of how it's different from CAT. So the CAT has limited itself largely to two sections, which is RC and Theta, as we call them. Theta means type in the answer, and all questions in RC have negative marks, and Theta usually has no negative marks. And you all know the pattern. We had 24 questions in VRC last year, 26 questions in VRC last year. Before that, we were having 34 before COVID happened. And this year, we don't know what will happen. Depends on I think, the scale of the pandemic. So we might have a 2 hour paper, we might have a 3 hour paper, and that will decide the number of questions that we have. But in OMETS, the pattern is very different. Also, in OMETS, you are not limited to RC and Theta. So what can you expect? So you can expect RC, you will have para jumbles, okay? You will have para completion, which is a question that used to appear in CAT till 2014-15. It disappeared after that. You can also find para completion questions in GMAT these days. Apart from that, you obviously have para summary and the odd man out as well. So these are the CAT questions that obviously are a part of the other exams as well. XAT, earlier used to have an essay writing session also, which has been removed, but it retains its decision making section. Okay, decision making section is largely based on critical reasoning. It's also based a little on moral and ethical dilemmas. And I'm doing a course on the same in August 3 onwards. I'm doing a course purely based on decision making and poetry based RCs of ZAT. So if you are aiming for ZAT, you should attend this course. Then there is a section, there is a GK section in most exams, all right, and you get static GK as well as current affairs. I often am asked this question, that why do I teach various articles on my YouTube sessions in the Unacademy Catalyst channel. So when I'm teaching you an article on Unacademy Catalyst, where we discuss an article from Economist, Aeon Essays, or any famous website, and we discuss questions on it, we are not just preparing you for RCs, we are preparing you for static GK, we are preparing you for current affairs, we are preparing you for GD, we are giving you solid material for a personal interview where you are asked GK questions. We are giving you material for essay writing, WAT, which happens after you get a call from an IIM. So you have to look at the larger picture. You also have this unique psychometric test which is taken by MICA. So if you are appearing for MICAT, you should know that psychometric test and creative writing are two sections which are compulsory in MICAT. Creative writing section basically. Okay, so in CAT you are getting WAT, writing ability test, or essay writing as you call it in layman terms, after you convert the call. But to clear my CAT, you have to clear 85, at least 85 percentile is the cutoff. You have to take CAT or ZAT. After that, you have to take my CAT separate paper, take the psychometric test, write a creative writing section, and you have 4 questions. You have to type the answers in 30 minutes. So this is very, very different. How can you imagine, will you be able to clear the paper if you are not preparing for these sections in advance? And if you are better prepared than the other people, obviously you have an edge over the others. So these are some unique sections which you are not preparing at all for if you are only concentrating on CAT right now. If you're concentrating only on CAT right now. Apart from this, you get vocabulary questions. So synonyms and antonyms and analogies and cloze tests and fill in the blanks and double fill in the blanks, match the columns, find out the root word, what is the language from where the word has originated. These questions are found in all exams. CAT is the only one which is not asking you direct vocabulary questions. You also get sentence correction questions. You don't really have to correct the sentence, but we call them sentence correction questions because the question might ask you which of the following is correct or which of the following is grammatically incorrect. So this is largely a grammar based question. You might also see critical reasoning questions like course of action, very popular in CMAT. A question based on fact, inference, and judgment appeared in CAT 2006. Now you will find them in all other exams but except CAT. So I think CAT is fond of being a trendsetter, and once the other exams adopt the trend of what CAT has been giving you, CAT just quits it, and CAT now, it has confined itself to just 2, or if you want to break it down, then basically 4 kinds of questions that are coming. Para completion is also not there. So 4 kinds of questions: RC, para, jumble, para, summary, odd man out, you're sorted. If this is your preparation right now, how will you perform in these questions all of a sudden? Imagine if you are starting in November or December or January, and God forbid, let's be practical and let's be honest, if you want to help ourselves, if God forbid you do not do well in CAT, then what is your fallback option? What is your backup option? You have many good colleges and you should know about them, and you should fill their forms, and you should practice these kinds of questions. All right, and on Unacademy you will see me and also the other educators. For example, I'm doing an NMAT course, planning an NMAT course for September. We are doing a ZAT course in August, and we have been discussing CMAT questions in our critical reasoning classes. We've discussed GMAT questions in our critical reasoning classes. We take special classes where we talk about interviews and essay writing and group discussions. So a holistic preparation is required. You do not have to limit yourself or just confine yourself to RC and TETA and RC and TETA. If you do well in CAT, awesome, but who knows that you might get a better college from some other exam rather than from CAT. Or let's just keep our options open and see what works out for us in the longer run. So these are the various, questions that you will see. You have multiple questions like courses of action के अलावा you get the strong versus weak argument. This is a common question. This is also a question which you will find in bank PO and SSC exams. Then syllogisms or deductive reasoning. So in CAT, syllogisms का knowledge helps you do RCs better. Okay, you get better at RCs if you are good at DR, deductive reasoning, syllogisms, and critical reasoning. But syllogisms and critical reasoning questions separately are asked in the other exams. So it's very common to see a critical reasoning question in NMAT, ZAT, IFT, SNAP. And similarly, you will see some syllogism questions, at least 1 to 2, in all the other exams except CAT. So if you're not prepared for them, if you don't know how to balance speed and accuracy in them, there are high chances that you'll end up spoiling the paper. So my advice to you to conclude this little discussion is that you start early. Okay, you should also solve all kinds of questions. You should not limit yourself to ये आता है, ये नहीं आता, ये आता है नहीं. That's a very narrow way of looking at your preparation. So I think you should solve all kinds of questions. Even if CAT is your, I would say, the bullseye, all right, and you want to hit the target right on place, and it's the exam that you're aiming for, it's just nice to have backup options. It makes you feel more secure, and I tell you, when you are secure here, you perform better in the exam. It keeps you calm, it gives you a sense of, okay, just in case this is not working out, I know what am I falling back on. So I would strongly suggest that you solve all kinds of questions. I would also recommend that you go through the previous year questions of other papers and see what is the level. I would suggest you to do a lot of reading, not just for CAT, but also for GK, for vocabulary, for grammar. Do not ignore vocab and grammar. A lot of people just end up ignoring it, not realizing that even to be good at RCs or para-based questions, if you're weak in grammar, you're not going to be able to do it as quick or as accurately as a person who's good at understanding language. So do not ignore it, all right? And if you get a chance of solving various sectional tests related to OMET patterns, don't just let go of that chance. Just grab the opportunity and take that. So PYQs, and do not miss the courses that we are doing specific to OMETs. Okay, so that's another piece of advice that I have for you. So the biggest piece of advice still largely is that you start early, because this is the biggest mistake that most people do. So if you are a person who knows that this is what others do and I'm not going to do it, and you start early, then of course you're going to score better than the other people, and which will give you a better result, because it's a percentile system in most places at the end of the day. There are also a few skills that take time to develop. For example, if you want to get better at creative writing, it's actually typing, not even writing. Or you want to do better in decision making, all right, or you are bad at comprehending poems despite being fantastic at English and reading novels or reading, let's say, non-fiction. You are not going to develop, and GK, of course, these skill sets and this kind of knowledge overnight or even in a month. These are time taking activities. These take time, right? And this is why your approach should be very holistic, and it should be done in advance, so that when you start early, you know, okay, acha, this is my problem, and this is how I'm going to work on them, and this is going to be my strategy for it. So this is an overview of how your preparation should look, and the kinds of questions that come, and the exams that you have. You also have exams like, IRMA for rural management, Anand, and um, you may add to the list any exams that you might feel like, but these are the most prominent ones and the most common ones, I would say. And I strongly recommend that you take these exams seriously, fill these forms, come to us for any suggestions, research on the internet, go through the previous papers, watch the courses, classes, free classes, paid classes, plus classes, everything, and secure your admission into a good B school. So that's my advice to you. And now that we have a completely, new channel which is exclusively devoted to VARC, it's really a good idea to be regular on our channel. So pressing that subscribe button will really help you. If you're a 2021 student, this plan might really suit you. You can use my code Karishma Live to grab a discount. And we're also giving 1 month free on a 6-month plan. So this is like a really great idea, because you stay with us for August, September, October, November, December, January, and February, which means that you will be prepared for OMETS also, not just CAT. If you are a 2022 student, this is the best plan for you. And these are the rates, which are pretty reasonable. It's worth every penny, I promise you. And again, you can use my code to get yourself a discount. I hope that this little discussion gave you a little idea about what's in store for you and how you should be starting and when you should be starting, or whether at all you should be taking and considering these exams or not. We might want to discuss them in detail, so do let me know in the comments if you want me to take up every exam in detail in a YouTube session. I will do that for you definitely. Any sort of suggestions are welcome, in fact, in the comment section. If you found this helpful, I would recommend that I'm in August doing courses like decision making and poem, which is very, very helpful for that, and obviously the other exams also. And I'm doing RC practice for CAT and the other exams as well in August. And I'm also doing an exclusive para based question practice course. So in any case you're preparing for any of these exams or even just CAT, these courses are going to be really, really beneficial for you because ultimately at the end of the day there is nothing such as enough practice. Okay, so you must join these courses. So I hope that this helped you a little and you now have some clarity regarding it. Do press the like button, stay subscribed to the channel, and we'll meet very soon with more information on these exams and of course CAT. Till then, take good care of yourselves. Have a nice time.